So the goal was to design and build an exotic sports car that's reliable, could be used as a daily driver and as a track car. Well, that goal was met. Now, over 10 years later, exceeded in the second generation. And welcome to 0 to 60 TV, powered by LeithCars.com. We are here with Corey King at Leith Acura in the Auto Park in Cary, and next to us is the 2017 Road and Track Performance Car of the Year, the Acura NSX.
Mark, plenty of applause for that. I mean, a award like that really puts this car in the limelight. Mm-hmm. But can I just share with you what I really like about this motor car?
Of course.
It's just brimming with testosterone. I mean, look at those intakes, those scoops, the bulges. It's shaped by the wind. This is a car that you might call boys' toys. But here's the surprising thing. This car was actually designed, the lead designer of the NSX was a woman, Michelle Christensen. So it's actually a ladies' car, which means that we should invite all of the ladies who are watching now to come in to Leith Acura and get behind the wheel and have a burn.
And right? You were like that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely,
like
absolutely.
That, of course.
And the fact that it was established and designed by our female lead designer and the Acura team says a lot about the brand and more importantly about the car. She did an amazing job not only grafting a beautiful, beautiful car, but all of those effects, all of those air intakes, they serve a purpose. They're actually there to create downforce and to make that vehicle the performance car that it just got named the Performance Car of the Year. It's a very apropos title. I mean, the vehicle does everything it's supposed to do, as well as just looks fast standing still. That's one of my favorite parts about that car is it's just breathtaking. It's beautiful.
Breathtaking, yes.
Hey Corey, and this car is also special in the world of exotics because it's a hybrid supercar, right? Just give us the basics of the various motors that go into play here and how this thing works.
Sure, and historically some of the cars that are the benchmark cars, the Ferraris and Lamborghinis of their day, all of those vehicles just utilized a naturally aspirated engine. It was a matter of the size of the engine, the tuning that got you the horsepower, but now here we are in 2017 where it's a combination of a twin turbocharged 6-cylinder gasoline engine, but it's paired to 3 additional hybrid motors. So a little misconception about hybrid is that it's all about fuel economy, but in this application it's really there for more performance purposes.
It's power.
It's power.
Yeah.
So it's taking that 450 horsepower vehicle and bringing it up to a level of 573 horsepower using those hybrid engines. And I think the more unique aspect of those hybrid engines pairing with that twin turbo 6-cylinder is the fact that it can place the power where the power needs to go. So it's not only transferring power front to rear, but it's also torque vectoring left to right. So the applications that that's going to serve on a track day is that as you're exiting your turn, you've got the most power going to that rear left outside rear wheel to tuck you through that turn and basically leave everyone else behind you. So,
well, how about on a track day, Mark? I'm betting those 2 electric motors in the front, when you're going into a curve, it's going to help keep the nose of the car flatter. Is that right?
Correct. It's also a matter of weight distribution.
Yeah.
And they place those motors right at the level of the axle. They're not in front of the axle, which would create more of a front biased weight. So it's a very neutral vehicle during turn-in.
Right.
And it also is a forgiving car, meaning someone who does not have the skill set of some professional drivers can get behind the wheel of this vehicle and drive it much more aggressively because of all the electronics there to help with the stability, help put the traction where it should go.
Right.
Sometimes remove power from a wheel that is starting to lose grip. So it's just a continuously variable system that's always trying to put the foundation of all that power to the right tires and the right wheels at the same time.
You buy this car here, and then you immediately take it up across the border to Virginia,
You immediately
International Raceway and have a go?
absolutely. Well, the beautiful thing about this car,
you do that, Mark.
Oh, well, yes, I would.
some of our clients, the first thing they'll do when they buy this car is sit in it and smile.
Ah, right.
After
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I mean, there are
Yeah.
some clients that are going to drive this like they drove whatever other vehicle they've had in the past, and that's
Your daily driver?
it's going to be some. I mean, we
Yeah,
have
that's amazing. That
one
you
of our
can,
clients that purchased one of the first ones lives right across the street from
Right,
us,
right.
and I see him driving it locally and enjoying it. And the car he replaced, and I dare say he upgraded from the Ferrari that he traded in, but he actually, after having conversations with him, he's really enjoying this car
Oh,
much
wonderful.
more so than he did his Ferrari, which
Yeah.
certainly if there's ever a car to raise the bar to and try to aspire to be like, that's a name that certainly pops into mind. He just considers this car a much more usable, friendly, fun car to drive. It's those other vehicles, sometimes, unless you're in a track setting, or you're in a setting where you can use 100% of what that car can do, they're just not that much fun to drive.
Right.
Where this vehicle gives you the different modes of driving, depending on what you want the car to do. So the track day mode is going to really put this car into almost its most racing form, and change the braking, the acceleration, the power transfers from front to rear, and make it a much more aggressive feel. The beautiful thing for not only my thought of the vehicle, but also this client's experiences, is he can tone that down and drive to the beach.
Corey, easiest question that you'll get all day.
Absolutely.
0 to 60 in this Acura NSX.
Depending on publication, it's a little bit more of a difficult question. It ranges anywhere from the low end of 2.6 to about 3.1. In my heart of hearts, I would tell you it's going to be a sub 3 second 0 to 60 car. We alluded to the Performance Car of the Year recognition that it got, and that publication ranked it at 2.7.
Oh.
So it is certainly, I think you're splitting hairs when it's a 2.9 or 2.7 or 3.1. It's fast.
Hey,
it's fast.
2 point anything.
2 point anything is fast. It's good company to be in.
If
for
you're
sure.
going out for milk, eggs, and bacon, you're going to be back quicker, right?
No question. You can avoid those snowy, icy days. Just get in your all-wheel drive NSX, go get that milk and bread, and come racing home. You'll be there before the crowds, I'm sure.
And we've got Izzy Jacona joining us now, who is going to tell us a bit about the future home of Leith Acura in the Auto Park in Cary. Izzy, thanks for joining us. You've got to be psyched about your future location. When is all this happening? What is it going to turn out like?
Well, we're completely remodeling as we speak, hoping to be done sometime end of summer, July, August, we hope. Matter of fact, I talked to the contractor yesterday, and they're actually 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be very nice.
Hope for good weather so they can stay ahead of schedule,
Absolutely,
right?
Yep.
But they've already had people in here. I could see people pressing their noses against the glass and coming in, and they're curious, right?
Very much so.
Yeah, you've got
Yep.
something great happening here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Izzy and Steve, you pointed that out. Great point. That you guys are open now.
Yes.
You are where in relation to what most folks might be familiar with the old Acura showroom.
Directly across the street, what used to be the old Porsche dealership. So we're very fortunate we didn't have to work out of a trailer like some of our other dealerships had to do when they remodeled. But we're directly across the street, 750 Auto Park Boulevard. So that's where you can find us at.
Izzy, is there anything in the plans for the new Leith Acura, the building, the facility, that you can tell us that is a neat addition compared to what you had previously?
Yeah, we the showroom's gonna basically double in size. So we'll have a 6-car showroom. So we'll be able to represent all 6 of our models and have them on display for folks to come inside and look at. An indoor delivery area. Service is going to be redone as well to enclose service drives for inclement weather. So it's just going to be really nice. Individual meeting areas for the sales consultants with their customers for a little bit more privacy, things like that. But it's going to be super nice.
Oh, you guys are great. You know what I like about your dealership is when I took a test drive here, I got a chance. You're very close to those roads around Jordan Lake. It's just a wonderful place to test drive a car. And,
It is.
So I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
You come back from a 15, 20-minute test drive, you really feel you know the motor car. I really like that.
So the home for Leith Acura in Cary gets even better later this summer. All right, that'll do it for this episode of 0 to 60 TV, powered by LeithCars.com. Corey King, thank you so much. Izzy Chacona. I'm Mark Arson for Steve Hewlin. Thanks for watching. what you saw? Stay tuned for what's coming up on the next 0 to 60.